So if you're somebody who is online shopping for this product, please, please, please pay attention to the undertone. Hey y'all, it's Jaila aka JaiChanellie on the internet. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. Today I'm bringing you the brand new Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Skin Tints. So Fenty Beauty is giving us tinted moisturizer in 25 shades. I will be swatching 3 of those shades for you today. I will be swatching the shades 15, 16, and 17 for you, wearing it and just giving you my honest opinions and thoughts on the coverage and whether this can be our go-to product for summer. If you want to see that video, go ahead and keep on watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. On this channel, I bring you beauty videos. I love a good complexion review. I also bring you DIY protective styling. So go ahead and get into it. Hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell button so you can be notified anytime I'm posting a new video. Let me go ahead and read the claim straight off of Sephora's website. It's a lightweight, buildable light to medium coverage skin tint that leaves skin looking blurred and smooth, and flexible shades for all. The coverage is light. The finish is natural. The formulation is liquid. I also see some claims that it is humidity, sweat, and transfer resistant formula. For any of my foundation twins out there, I fluctuate in between a Fenty 360 and 385. I actually filmed an entire video comparing those 2 shades. You can go ahead and watch it above. Alrighty, so we are prepped and primed. Let's go ahead and get into these swatches. The first color that I'm going to swatch is 15. And shade 15 is described as a medium deep with neutral undertones. Next is shade 16. And shade 16 is described as medium with neutral olive undertones. And finally, we have shade 17, which is described as medium deep with warm neutral undertones. Okay, y'all, so this is what we're working with. Shade 15, 16, and 17. I'm gonna let that dry down a little bit and then I'll come back to y'all so we can determine which one is my shade. What do y'all think? Comment down below which one you think is my match. I knew this was gonna happen, and in my personal opinion, I'm gonna go with 16 because that looks like my undertone, which I already knew. In all my Fenty foundations, I am neutral olive undertone, and number 16 actually has that same neutral olive undertone. So I went ahead and bought the full size Eaze Drop in the shade 16. Let me go ahead and let you look at the packaging. This is very different from what Fenty usually does, but very easy to tell that this is the skin tint. I'm gonna apply a little bit more primer. I'm using the Fenty Pro Filter Hydrating Primer. And this product is very special because it's a skin tint. You're not supposed to use a lot of it. Let's do 1 drop over there. 1 drop over there. I'm not really used to applying things with my fingers, but you know, I like to follow directions. So that's what we're gonna do. Whoa. Something's happening. Is something happening? Can y'all see a difference in my skin? I don't see nothing, so I'm gonna apply a little bit more of this product because I mean, it's there, but it's not like there, and you know, maybe I just need a little bit more assistance. Apply a little bit to my nose area. So this is my face with 4 drops of the Eaze Drop Skin Tint on it. I do see a very slight difference as far as my skin looking a little bit more blurred, but of course you can still see my hyperpigmentation and my blemishes peeking through. Let me go ahead and do something else to this face. So I'm gonna take the Fenty Pro Filter Concealer. This is in the color 385. And I'm gonna touch up the areas where I just definitely have blemishes peeking through. And I'm going to use a brush just so I can get that coverage on there. That looks 10 times better. Alright y'all, so I am just finishing off my face with a few more Fenty products. We are keeping it very natural, no makeup look. I will link all of these products and my review of them in the description box below, so go ahead and check that out. And let's get into my final looks and let's talk about this shade range. Alright y'all, so here is the final face using the new Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Skin Tint in the color 16. What do you think of the finish? What do you think of the color? What do you think of everything? I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this is definitely a culture shock to me because when I put makeup on, I don't cake it on, but I definitely expect some sort of coverage there. I think this will be my first ever light coverage product, so I'm kind of tripped out, not gonna lie to you. I definitely think it hit all the claims on the head. It is a light coverage, a very sheer coverage. I did see the blurred effect that happened, okay? But it happened without giving you too much coverage, which is really like blowing my mind right now. So if you are a no makeup girl, definitely this is gonna be right up your alley. Very natural finish. Let's see if I can find a clean section of my paper towel. I'm getting minimal transfer. I'm not sure if you can see it. This is definitely a summer product, okay? This is definitely a Florida, Texas girl product. If y'all gonna be in that heat this summer, y'all, and you don't want that very heavy foundation on your face, I think this will work really well. Yeah, I'm not mad at it, y'all. It definitely is going to have to grow on me because, again, I didn't realize that I was a full coverage shouty, but apparently I'm a full coverage shouty, y'all. Okay, I'm coming to you 4 hours later. First of all, let's do a quick check on the skin. I'm definitely a little bit more glowy than I was earlier. I spent some time outside. I sweat a little bit. So if you wanted to know how this skin tint wears. But the most important thing that I wanted to come and say didn't get recorded earlier, didn't get saved earlier, so I wanted to come say it now. But I do have some thoughts on the shade range specifically. So the Eaze Drop Skin Tint actually comes in 25 flexible shades, that's what Fenty says, which is very different from their normal complexion launches. So Fenty has a matte foundation and hydrating foundation, concealers, powder foundations that all have 50 shades. I really think that Fenty has established themselves as the brand of inclusivity, coming out the gate with 40 shades and then adding 10 on to have those 50 shades in multiple categories. So it really threw me off that they decided to go with a 25 shade range category for this particular product. So I do also think I noticed a little bit of discrepancy as it regards the shades and who wears what shade, which I think can also be attributed to them going from 50 to 25 shades. Honestly, I don't know if a lot of people notice this, maybe I was just paying too much attention, but I'll be really excited about these 50 drops, y'all. So I was really watching all the promo, I was getting into it, and I kind of just noticed these things. So the very first promo that came out was from Fenty Beauty, and it was Rihanna in a YouTube video. She said that she's wearing shade 13, which is compatible to Fenty Pro Filter 310 and 320.
Here's shade number 13, which is great for everyone who wears 310 to 320 in our Pro Filter foundations.
Bet. Then Fenty posts on Instagram and they say that shade 13 is actually compatible to 320 to 330. Okay, well, you are now like directly conflicting what your CEO just said. So I'm like, okay, that's a little confusing, whatever. Then you get into my actual shade. So you guys know that I wear both 360 and 385. I actually usually mix the two. 360 is supposed to match to the Eaze Drop shade 15. 385 is supposed to match to the Eaze Drop shade 17. You just watched the video, you know a shade matched me the best. It was actually 16. And I knew that 16 was gonna match me the best because on Fenty Beauty's website, if you read the undertones of each of the skin tints, shade 16 is described as a neutral olive undertone. That is the exact same undertone description as Fenty 360. In the matching of the skin tints to the Pro Filter shades, the undertones really weren't matched. I would have went with what they said was my shade 15. I would be looking casket ready and I would not have my correct shade. So I just kind of noticed some discrepancies, which I honestly think you can attribute to the fact that they're used to having 50 to 50. They're used to having a 1-to-1 ratio. Why not keep the 1-to-1 ratio for this product? That was my little spiel slash rant about the shade range for these Eaze Drop foundations. Fenty, if you ever watch this, which y'all probably won't ever watch this, but that is okay. If you ever watch this, I really would love for y'all to stick to the number 50, right? 50 is your golden number. You have established it. You have made it an industry standard, okay? Everybody's trying to come after you. Keep that standard. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, especially my foundation twins. I hope that I was able to help you find your Eaze Drop skin tint shade. If you enjoyed this video, remember to hit that subscribe button. Also, like this video so YouTube can share with other people. Fenty, I still love y'all. Y'all can still slide in my DMs and add me on PR if y'all really want to. And that's on me. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.